Hello everyone and welcome back to Wargame Red Dragon. We're here in the armory yet again, finishing out Commonwealth. We have only a couple more videos left in the air tab, and we're going to start off with, instead of ASFs, the F-111C, which is Australian, and the British Harrier GR7. Now, both of these carry bombs. The F-111C is a bit more traditional with standard iron bombs, while the Harrier GR7 uses GBU-12 Paveway 2, almost, well, I guess technically missiles for this, 10 HE power, and there are 4 of them. It can be a surprisingly big boom, but when you're looking for your, I guess, direct battlefield support planes, the choices can often be really tough. So we have Quicksilver with us here today to talk about which one of these two you're going to get more value out of and why.
So I'm going to put a quick disclaimer. My opinion is going to be very biased, but the F-111C performs just so incredibly well that I rarely would ever take it over the GR7. Some decks I actually run both the F-111C and the GR7.
Wait. You said rarely if ever take it over. Did you mean to flip that? You always take the F-111, or is it always the Harrier?
I always take the F-111 over the GR7.
Gotcha. Now, you get 1 card, 2 at Trained. The Harrier GR7 is 2 at Veteran. Does the Veterancy really make a difference here at all, or not so much?
Not so much into the respect of the vehicles, because the F-111C, you don't really need accuracy with 20 HE bombs. You just need to land in the general area, where the GR7 gets the better accuracy for the pay wave. So.
Gotcha. Now let's talk about targets, because for bombers, a lot of them can be surprisingly effective against things like infantry or vehicles or tanks, and surprisingly ineffective against targets that they really weren't meant to handle. So these are 2 different types of weapons. What sort of targets would you be going for with these, and does that factor into your choice?
So F-111C is much better at hitting softer targets. Not to say it can't kill tanks, but the bomb's accuracy can be a little bit hit or miss when engaging tanks. Your best bet is to right click on them if you are trying to engage tanks, whereas the Harrier GR7 can put all 4 bombs directly on a single tank, and if it has weak top armor like the M84s of Yugoslavia, that will kill them pretty quickly.
Now, there are planes that are notorious for this, like the Kurnos, the Nighthawk, things like that. Are you going to get that same performance of the Harrier, or not so much?
You'll get the same performance out of the bombs, but the plane itself will be a lot easier to shoot down than those 2.
So 750 kilometers per hour, but 40% ECM is very good. Does it just not make up for the speed?
The speed, and I'm pretty sure the Kurnos has better ECM. I could be misremembering that, and the Nighthawk is obviously stealthy.
Yeah, fair. I guess just going in and not being even chance to be spotted until you've dropped your bombs already is pretty hard to compete with.
Yeah.
Plus,
another note with the GR7 is you can, if you're skilled enough and get good at practicing it, you can split the bombs across 2 to 3 targets. It's really hard to do it against 4, so.
Yeah, and just if you're not aware of how to do that, and I've only actually done it once with a Nighthawk of all things. You rapidly right-click between several targets right when the missiles are about to launch, and it can sometimes split from one to the other. And I tend to find it's not that consistent, but it also seems like the sort of thing where if you practice, you could probably get pretty good at it.
It's also very satisfying, I must admit.
Yeah, fair. That is definitely true. So F-111C, more for soft targets, GR7 more for hard targets, but keep in mind things like USSR, factions like USSR with 4 top armor tanks are going to be a little bit more resistant to the GR7 than you'd really like it to be. So I think that's going to do it for our comparison. F-111C, always good. GR7, sometimes amazing, sometimes only okay, and that's really what you have to decide between for these sorts of selections. So that's going to be all we've got for you guys today. We'll have another unit comparison for you tomorrow.